If music be the food of love, play on, give me excess of it, so that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall, oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound. Enough, no more, 'tis not as sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, so full of shapes is fancy that alone high is fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curia?
The hart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires like fell and cruel hounds ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. Till 7 years heat shall not behold her face at ample view, but, like a claustress, she will veiled walk, all this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrances.
Oh, she that hath the heart of that fine frame to pay this debt of love but to a brother.
What country is this, friend?
This is Illyria, my lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. Knowest thou this country?
Ay, madam, well.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature has a name, Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for but a month ago 'twas fresh in murmur, that I did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady and might not be delivered to the world, till I made mine own occasion mellow. What my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
There's fair behavior in thee, captain. I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such a disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a boy to him. Only shape thou silence to my wit.
Be you his boy, and you'll mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of the brother thus?
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier o' nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours. Confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady speak of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight that you brought in one night to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
He's as tall as any man in Illyria.
And what's that to the purpose?
Why? He has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all those ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He plays the Viola gamboys, and speaks 3 or 4 languages word for word without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural, for besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreller, and but that he had the gift of a coward, he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, there are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They add, moreover, he's drunk every night in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat and a drink in Illyria. For here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Belch, how now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew, accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary accost.
Very well, gentlemen.
When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4-1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear to it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else?
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you for 3 days, and you are already no stranger.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access, stand at her doors, and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow, till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leave all civil bounds rather than make unprofitable return.
Say, do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady, yet a barful strife. Whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll no more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore, I say again, take away the lady.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more the fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the lady, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal.
Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. A plague all these pickled herring. How now, sot? Good Sir Toby!
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery. I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will. I care not.
Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and yet the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
He's been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind?
What manner of man?
Of very ill manner. He'll speak with you. Will you, or no?
Let him approach. Call my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house. Which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. Oh, I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to con it.
If I do not usurp myself, I am the lady.
I will on with my speech.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study, and 'tis poetical.
It is more like to be feigned. I heard you were saucy at my gates. If you be mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
I am a messenger.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear.
Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it.
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why, what would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of condemned love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains.
Farewell, fair cruelty.
What ho, Malvolio? Run after that same peevish messenger. He left this ring behind him. Tell him I will none of it. I am not for him. If that youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. Therefore I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense of your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
You must know me then, Antonio, for my name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, who I have known you've heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born within an hour. If the heavens had been pleased when we had so ended, but you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, though such she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. She is drowned already sir, with salt water. I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill whom you've recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentles of the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what I may, I do adore thee so that dangerous half seems sport, and I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that should you put your lord into a desperate assurance, she will none of him. And one more thing, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it worth be stooping for, there it lies. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why? He sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis poor lady, she were better love a dream. My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes. And deliculos, Sir Grey, thou knowest.
Nay, by my troth, I know not, but I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed is early. So that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it consists rather of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Marianne, I say, a stoup of wine.
Here comes the fool in faith.
Come, one, there's a sixpence for you. Let's have a song.
What is love? Use of stuff will not endure.
A mellifluous voice, as I am true knight.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious in faith.
To hear by the nose is dulcet and contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed?
Let's do it.
Good in faith. Come, begin.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Beshrew me, the knight's an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed, and so do I. He does it with better grace, but I do it more natural.
For the love of God, peace.
My masters, are you mad? Is there no respect for place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself in your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she's very willing to bid you farewell.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
Thou art the right. Go, sir, rub your chin with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
'Twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's a hungry to challenge him the field, and then to break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge. or deliver thy word of indignation to him by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count was today with my lady, she is very much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I would beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight?
I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love. I can write very much like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten manner, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think by letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed.
Good night, Fantasylia.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle true bred, and one that adores me. Thou hadst need send for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me. Come, knight.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Good Cesario, but that piece of song we heard last night.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste, the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favour that it loves. Hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worthy then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair, cruel maid. Lay me, aware, sad true lover, never find my grave, to weep there.
Here's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy God protect thee. Farewell.
Let all the rest give peace. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon some sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love is more noble than the world.
But if she cannot love you, sir?
It cannot be so answered.
But you must. Say some lady as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There's no woman's sides that can beat the biting of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much, they lack retention.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love woman to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man as it might be. Perhaps were I a woman, I should love your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love. Was this not love indeed? What we men may say more, swear more, we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Say my love can give no play, bide no delay.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of the sport, let me be boiled to death, melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-biter come by some noble shame?
I would exult. Man, you know he brought me favor with my lady about a bear beating here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not, it is pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my medal of India?
Get ye all into a box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. Observe him, for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close, in the name of jesting. Lie thou there. Here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Besides, she uses me with more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
He's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he just under his advanced plumes.
Slight, I could still beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
The rogue.
There's example for it. The Lady of Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace. Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace!
And then for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Peace, now, now!
I frown the while and perchance wind up my watch or play with some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control, saying, "You must amend your drunkenness."
Out, scab.
Nay, patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with the foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me a fool.
What employment have we here? By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, her T's, and thus makes her very great P's. It is in contempt of question in her hand. To whom should this be?
This winsome liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. What follows? No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio.
Marry, hang thee, Brock.
I may command where I adore, but silence, Maoi, doth sway my life.
A Fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, I say.
Maoi doth sway my life. Nay, but first let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
I may command where I adore. Why, she command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident in any formal capacity. There's no obstruction in this. And the end, what should the alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me, softly. Maoi.
Did I not say he would work it out?
Maoi. The simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me. For every one of these letters are in my name. Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars, I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with the servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state, Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee, that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see them ever gartered. I say, remember, go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch. Fortune's fingers. Farewell. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintances. I do not fool myself now to let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg, being cross-gartered. And in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to her habits of lanking. I thank my stars, I am happy. Here's yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands.
I could marry this wench for this device. Why, thou hast put such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy that she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be care for nothing, sir, I wouldn't make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. I am, indeed, not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me. I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Now, Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I tell thee I am sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
I understand you, sir. 'Tis well begged.
My lady is within, sir. I will coster to them, whence you come. Who you are and what you are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit, but wise men, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
That youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors? Well.
My matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
No faith, I'll stay not a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now. And it be any way, it must be done with valor, for policy I hate.
Why then, challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in the man's commendation with a woman than report a valour.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and be brief. It is no matter how witty.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo. Go.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it?
Never trust me then. And by all means, sir, on the youth for an answer. For Andrew, if he were opened, and you find so much blood in his liver as it will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy. Look where the youngest wren of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen, and will laugh yourselves into stitches, follow me. Yon go Malvolio's turn heathen, a very renegado. For there is no Christian that means to be saved by believing rightly can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines in this new map. You have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile and take it for a great favor.
Well, come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you.
My kind Antonio, I can say no other make but thanks and thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodgings.
I'm not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you'd pardon me, I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Countess galleys, I did some service, that were I taken here it would scarce be answered.
Be like you slew a great number of his people?
For which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here is my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I'll beseech our diet, whiles you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with the viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eye might light upon some toy you have desire to purchase.
I will be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? Where's Malvolio? He is sad and civil and suits well for servants with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come, for sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho, ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad, lady? I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me, as the very true sonnet is, please one and please all.
Why dost thou man? What is the matter with thee?
I think we do know.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed, aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio? Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness, 'twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heavens restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Thy yellow stockings?
and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him.
Oh ho, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I might appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Let this fellow be looked upon. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes.
Which way is he? In the name of sanctity, I'll speak to him.
Go off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my friarate. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him! Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of him.
Aha, does she so?
Go to. Peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you now, Malvolio? Ho, is it with you? What man defy the devil? Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Pray God he be not bewitched. Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning. If I live, my lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord.
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him. Why, how now? How dost thou, Chuck?
Sir!
Aye, Biddy, come with me. What man, 'tis not for gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayer, minx?
No, I warn you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I'm not of your element. You shall know me more hereafter.
Oh, is it possible? This very genius hath taken the invention of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and paint. The house shall be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he is mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance. But see.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it. Aye, is it? I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow. Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind. Why do I call thee so? For I will show thee no reason for it. Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for. I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me, thou killest me like a rogue and a villain. Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. May he have mercy on mine, but my hope is better. So look to thyself, thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, away. Now, will not I deliver his letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. But, sir, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor. This will fright them both that they will kill one another by the look. I will mediate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's griefs.
Gentlemen, God save thee. That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor attends thee at the orchard's end. Beware, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is knight, but he is a devil in private row.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get on you and give him his desire.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Sir Fabian, stay by this gentleman till I return.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that could possibly have found in any part of Illyria.
Man, he is a very devil. I have not seen such a friago.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Let him let the matter slip, and I will give him my horse, Grey Capulet.
I'll take the motion. There is no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for oath's sake.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make them tell how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. There's no remedy.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I, for him, defy you.
You, sir? Why, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet to do more than you have heard brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold! Here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put your sword up if you please.
Marry will I, sir.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino. You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though you have no sea cap on your head. He knows I know him well.
I must obey him. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do? Now my necessity makes me ask you for my purse. It grieves me much for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed. Be of comfort. I must entreat of you some of that money.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou know'st not me.
Vent my folly, I prithee now. Ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent that thou art come?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I'll give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that gives fools money get themselves a good report.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, here's for thee, and there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, I'll throw your dagger over the house.
This I will tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coast for 2 pence.
Come on, sir, hold.
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, yet it's no matter for that.
I'll be free from thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, then I must have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you.
Hold, Toby, on the life I charge thee, hold.
Madam.
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wench, out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rude spy, be gone. I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayest smile at this.
What relish is in this? Or am I mad, or else this is a dream? If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and this beard. Make him believe that thou art Sir Topas, the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby whilst.
Well, I'll put it on and I will dissemble myself in it. And I were the first that ever dissembled myself in such a gown.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Bonus D, Sir Toby.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well.
Who calls there? Sir Topas, never was a man thus wronged. Good Sir Topas, do not think I am mad. They've laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan! Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows transparent as barricadoes, and yet thou complainest of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
There is no darkness but ignorance.
I'm no more mad than you are.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness.
Sir Topaz, Sir Topaz.
My most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Thou mightest have done without thy beard and gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou findest him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were. For I am now so far in offense with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool.
My lady is unkind party.
Fool, I say.
She loves another. Who calls?
Good fool.
Master Malvolio.
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, fell you besides your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never a man so notoriously abused. I am well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, then you are mad indeed. If you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They've propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say. The minister is here. Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz. Mary, amen. I will, sir, I will.
Fool, 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 I say.
Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shent for speaking to you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee I'm as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you a light and paper and ink.
Fool, I'll requite thee in highest degree. I prithee, be gone.
I am gone, sir.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio, then?
I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was, and there I found this credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. I might distrust mine eyes, and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust, but that I am mad, or else the lady's mad. Yet if it were so, she cannot sway her house, command her followers. This is deceivable.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me, and with this holy man into the chantry by. There, before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. What do you say?
I'll follow you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good Father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now as lovest me, let me see this letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire this letter.
Belong to you the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
If you will let my lady know that I am here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it will awake my bounty.
Marry, sir, lullaby your bounty till I come again. I go, sir.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well, yet when I saw it last it was besmeared in the smoke of war. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonio that hooked the phoenix and your fight from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion out strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou salt water thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their miracles?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names as you give me. Antonio never yet was a thief or pirate, though I confess on basing ground enough for Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foaming mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love. For his sake did I expose myself into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was best, were being apprehended, his false cunning denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. How heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth had tended upon me, but more than that anon. Take him aside.
Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord?
To what? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, faithfulest offsprings have breathed out to the devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what pleases my lord, that shall become him.
Why, should I not, had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at the point death kill what I love? This your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly. Him I will tear out that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most apt and willingly, will do you rest. 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love more than I love these eyes, more than life.
I, me detested, How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
I, husband. Can he deny that?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangely thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. O welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love.
O thou dissembling club, farewell, take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear, hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon, send one presently to Sir Toby.
What is the matter?
He's broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help. I had rather than 40 pound I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario?
Odds lifelings, here he is. You broke my head for nothing, and that I did was set on to it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair, not hurt you.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. Here comes Sir Toby.
How now, gentlemen? How was it with you?
That's all one. He's hurt me, and there's it on it.
Away with him, who hath made this havoc with them.
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we will be dressed together.
Get him to bed, and let this hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman. You do throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive I hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we've made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural's perspective, that is and is not.
Antonio, oh my dear Antonio, how the hours racked and tortured me since I left thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges devoured. Were you woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
I am Viola, which to confirm I'll bring you a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love a woman like me.
And all those sayings will I overswear.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy women's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maiden's garments. He upon some action is now in durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
Fetch Malvolio hither, and yet, alas, now I remember. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract.
He's writ a letter to you.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. When the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madman!
How now, art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness.
Prithee, read it, right wits.
So I do, Madonna. I read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, prepend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it, you, Sirrah.
By the Lord, madame, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses, as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter to induce me into the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Hi, madam.
This savor's not much a distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you. You shall from this time on be your master's mistress.
A sister you are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord, this same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you've done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you, peruse that letter. You must now deny it is your hand. Write from it, if you can, in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. We'll grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you've given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Sir Toby and lighter people, and acting this in an obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, and visited by the priest? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess much like the character, but out of question. 'Tis Maria's hand, and now I do bethink me, it was she who first told me thou wast mad. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee, but when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madame, hear me speak. Most freely I confess. Myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here. Maria writ the letter to Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with such a sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge.
Alas, poor fellow, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I was once, sir, in this interlude, one Sir Topaz, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. Cesario, come, for you shall be, well, you are a man, but when in other's habit you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy queen.